Hi everyone, I hope you're well. So the previous time we worked with macros and we actually already started with this section with the user interface, and that's the final person who will work with the forms, and you wanted to make it as easy as possible. So we already put in a button with a macro installed on it, and we're going to continue with using the different types of control units. So you will open your 8.53 form factor and you will see all the different types of controls. So we used a button. Now you can go hover your mouse over each of these and just get familiar where the different parts are. Some of them are not enabled, but we have access to actually all of them over here. So all of these are here as well. So don't stress if you have those ones blurred out, because you still have them here. Anyway, so you will see that if you play around with these settings, that certain values change. So you have different values that go out, values that go in. So the values that go in is whatever the user, which is us now, makes the value over here. Now, if you right click and say format control, and maybe sometimes it goes over here by default, but the control tab, you can see all the different things that you can change. I want you to just go look at what it is you can change of the different things over here. One thing that you will see in all of these insert control things is that the cell link is the cell which outputs whatever is inputted. So if I change this, this is the output. So that's the cell link. If I click on that, my cell link is the annual disk, which is this one over here, annual disk. So you will use this information to maybe make your own type of form and just a summary of what the user has put in there. And yeah, so just go see how it looks like. The input range is static types. So static types would be here, maybe here. Let's see, what did they call their static types? D2. Let's go see, where is the static types? Oh, static types. It should be these ones. Static types. So it gets its information from here. And so you will see that in order to make a drop-down list, you need to have some sort of information sheet. But you can also make it right next to this and then just hide that column. So that's also a possibility. And yeah, so we can create our own one. So I'm making my own sheet here because you have to do practical activity 8.42. Now you have to make it so that it looks like this. I'm going to help you with how to do some of them, just to guide you, but I also want you to try and figure it out. So just compare yours with mine. And one of the first things that they said we have to do is create a Dropbox or combo box for the energy performance, which can be A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. So we're going to say insert, developer. We're going to say insert over here, and we're going to say combo box. Let's make it nice and big. There we go. And currently, it doesn't have any input range, and it doesn't have any cell links. It's not necessary to put in a cell link because we will already see the output for whichever one we chose over there. So we can say input range, choose any one of these columns, and we say enter, and we just say drop down lines. You can decide how much the user sees, and I just forgot where I put it, in H. Okay, so in H. So now you can just type in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. If you click on here, you'll see it has updated automatically, which is really cool. You can even remove one. Can remove a lot, and we'll only have until E. So E, F, G, oops, H. So now we have all of those. I have my drop down list, and we don't want the user to see this, so you just hide. There we go. So now we have those options over there. It would also be fine if you created a table over here like they did with the data over here. So you'd have a data worksheet, and then you can just make the proposal or whatever. We're currently making a domestic feed in tariff calculator. So that was for the first one. Then they say creates a scroll bar or a slider or spinner to change the size of the system. So I'm just going to unhide this. We're not going to use that again, sorry. Hide, and then we're going to say insert. We're going to put in the slider. I believe it's this one, scroll bar. Okay. Slider. Sorry, I keep calling this a slider because I slide with it. And we just say merge and center, and we say format control. I'm gonna have my cell link maybe in this one. And we say okay. And the minimum value should be 1, maximum value should be... Okay, so now we have this working. We have all those values over here. Problem is, we won't be able to actually put in any formula in here. If I just say divide by 100, this is going to be the value all the time. So you can see that it just changes as soon as you change this. It just changes the value over there. So what we want to do is format control, make the cell reference maybe this one over here or this one. Okay, and then we say this is equal to I5 divided by 100. So even though it's getting the right value over here, we're displaying a different value, which is what they wanted us to show. So that's perfect. Then create a group set of option buttons. Okay, so we say developer, insert, put in the group box. In the group box, you can rename it by either waiting for the cursor to do that, or you can just click on the object and say edit text. This is, or you can also select the rest. This is edited. So you can change it however you want, and if you just click outside, it will update. And then we also want to insert these option buttons, and you can rename them as well. And you will see that currently we can choose only one at a time, and that's exactly what they wanted. Sometimes if you see it doesn't work, then I've seen people in the class that do struggle with that. Just make sure that you put a cell link maybe somewhere, and now you'll see if I choose this one, it becomes 2, 1, 2, 1, because this one will automatically be updated to be there in J12 as well. And then again, you can just hide. You don't want to hide too many columns at a time, but you get the idea. It's just so that the user doesn't see this, and then you can lock this so that no one can change that. And the last thing, okay, so this was the group box. Then just a tick box. I believe that will be fine for anyone. You can just right click, edit text. This is edited. Okay, and then the person can tick. And you can also say format control, cell link, and you can say what the result is if someone is clicking or not. So you can choose which one it would be. So I believe that would help. You should still make all of this. So you need to make it so that it looks like this. So you're still going to insert all of this, and just show me the screenshot of your final feed in tariff input form. We should be able, so this is a button, we should be able to recreate this and be able to create this. Your system does not qualify, so we should be able to code something so that this will work. But we don't have all of the information, or even if we do, we can try and figure it out. But this is not the purpose of this. The whole purpose of this was really just to go over how to customize the user interface. And I hope this video helps.